Welcome back and bienvenidos to another segment of La Plática. This is Dr. Jose Leyba at Arizona Barrio Stories and Latino USA TV, bringing you stories from our community, from people that have grown up here through their Chicano, Mexicano, Latino lens. And what we're trying to do is to demonstrate to the general public that we are a contributing factor to the development of this country. And today, our immigrant brothers and sisters are suffering because of unjust policies, yet every company has our people working there. Today, I'm going to profile a very successful young man who grew up here in Phoenix, comes from an immigrant family, and is very successful at Cesar Graphics. Welcome, Cesar.
Thank you.
Cesar, tell me a little bit about your family, your parents, how you got into this graphic business, but you have experience since you were a child working in your parents' business, right?
Yes, basically my parents, they had a restaurant business. I grew up in the restaurant business. And I used to help them as a dishwasher, cook, a waiter. And so I was in and out of the business most of the time, helping out on whatever they needed help with.
So which was the first restaurant that they started, and then it kind of went to a different one, and then today, now your dad runs tacos and cakes right here next door.
Yeah, it was called Cancun Restaurant. Cancun Restaurants and Sports Bar and Rodeo. And then now my mother eventually, to where I'm at now, she ended up making Pasteleria Elizabeth. My dad ended up building a kitchen in the pasteleria, so we renamed it to Tacos and Cakes. A strange name, but it's kind of catchy. A lot of people stop by and they have good food and good, you know.
Well, good. The next time we have a pachanga, I'm going to call your dad so we can do the tacos and also do the cake. Do they do gluten-free too? Because my grandson's and the granddaughter eat gluten-free.
Yeah, sometimes my mom and dad, they'll come up with certain requests.
Okay. So where are your mom and dad from?
So my mom's from Mexico City and my dad's from Durango, Mexico.
So what did they inspire you? What skills did they inspire you to now have a multi-million-dollar business here?
Well, they inspired me to be a hard worker, to have integrity, to respect everybody. So basically, those are some of many values that they inspired me to also to be a risk taker, to take risks. Because if we don't take risks in anything, whether if it's a business or you want to move up in another area, then you're never going to know. And we only live once, so we got to take that chance.
Yeah, and right now in the United States, Latinas are the ones that are opening business at one of the fastest paces. So it's interesting that your mom had the Isabela bakery, right?
Pasteleria Elizabeth.
Oh, Pasteleria Elizabeth. Okay. And so, again, I want to let our viewers know that our community is such an important part of the economy here in the United States, right? So tell me about school. Where did you go to school at?
I ended up going to high school, to North High School.
Okay. And
to Phoenix College. And in high school, in North High School, I studied darkroom photography. I took a course in that. And I also took, back then it was keyboarding. We used typewriters. And basically an art class. Okay. So those are more the classes that I like most. But in Phoenix College is where I started taking Photoshop. Back then it was Quark Express, Illustrator, darkroom photography, and digital photography. And all those different classes have helped me in what I see as my passion.
See, and a lot of what you've done is self-taught because your parents bought you some of the old computers way back when. You mentioned, which one was the first one you mentioned?
Yeah, the first one I got was a Commodore 64. And so it was very limited, but I would fiddle with it, do whatever I could. And then eventually my parents bought me a Macintosh 6210 CD. It's a clunkier computer. And I was able to see videos, see color, do the Photoshop on there. And that's what kind of, as I seen because I had the computer and I would play with, see the different programs that were under, I noticed that I had the capability to help my parents with their menus and their flyers. So I said, okay, maybe my dad has a need here. I need to step in and help him out. So then I started to to do that, and that's what kind of got me geared up to being more creative, having that passion for art and design and creativeness.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, as I work with a lot of large companies, they love our culture, they love our people, they love us because we're so hardworking. Well, we need you to support us. We need to support all of our community. But Cesar is an example of the types of business people that live and work every day in this community and add to the economy here. So Cesar, when did you first open your Cesar Graphics company?
The actual brick and mortar, the first time was in 2008.
Okay.
In 2008, I've been here. I opened up at an older building that my father had. It was an older Circle K building. I set up a little corner there about 15 by 15 feet.
Okay.
I didn't have no equipment. I just had like a desk that my grandmother had bought me. By then I had a laptop, a Macintosh laptop that I purchased by myself, and a little copier machine, and I just put a banner up, and it said "Printing Imprenta," and that started leading people to stop by and ask if I could help them out with their printing, their cards, and then I ended up. My dad had some money. Financial problems, so he ended up selling that building, and that's what forced me to rent the space that I have now.
Okay, so now you've been here on 27th Avenue and Baseline for how many years now?
16 years now.
Okay, how much square footage do you have here?
So at first it was 1,000 square feet, and over the years I ended up adding a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth space. So now we have 6,450 square feet.
Well, now I see from some of the equipment and machinery you have here that you're staying up to date, and you're up to date with the latest technology and so on. So, and how many people do you have working here for you, Cesar?
Here it's 11 of us.
11 of us. So you've got a good-sized small business that's really important in adding, again, I can't overemphasize how we are adding to the economy of this country and keeping it strong. So what's the future for Cesar Graphics?
So the future would be, now that I have the capabilities to do anything, print, sign, screen printing, embroidery, promotional items, I'm able to take on any size client.
Okay.
So my goal, and the end goal, or not the end goal, but the next goal would be to get that opportunity with that organization or that bigger company that would open up the doors for us to let us handle all of their print, all of their signage for them, because we're capable of doing it, and that would help me enable to go to the next step.
Well, I know here at Arizona About Stories alone, we have close to 40,000 members and more on Latino USA TV and Tubi. So as I would say to any one of you, we've toured this business, we've done some work with them, and they're very reliable. Any large corporation out there looking to help a small company grow, here's your company, Cesar Graphics. So Cesar, what would you say to young people that don't quite know what they want to do? What would you say to them?
I'd say follow your passion. That's the biggest one, is to whatever interests you, whatever. If there's something that you like and other people don't like it, you follow what your passion is, what you like, and that will make it seem like you're not even working because you're following your passion. You're spending hours doing something that you like so much, and somehow you have to figure out eventually how to monetize that, and that'll help you continue your your passion.
So you've heard it from a young man. He's very humble, as you can see. Just what a quiet, humble young man. I'm just really admiring you and what you've done here in your business, how you work with your parents. Your parents coming from Mexico, and establishing their business here, and again, adding to this economy, and I can't overemphasize that point enough. So Cesar, as we close, what would you like to say about your business and how you run it and the people that you have working here?
Yeah, I'd like to say that at first, when I started Cesar Graphics, I was by myself, but now we've grown as a team, and we've scaled where I'm using some of the same principles and new principles that I've learned with the team, and we're helping to make Cesar Graphics better and better for all our clientele, so we can make our clients look better, have your product on time, so that we want you to look your best with the different things that we can do here. We could offer anything: printing, signs, screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, and promotional items. So everything in one house will keep your branding consistent. So that's our thing here at Cesar Graphics.
So you even do auto wraps too. So we'll have to get Arizona Barrio Stories to do an auto wrap done by Cesar Graphics. So as we drive around town, people say, "Hey, I see Arizona Barrio Stories."
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and so in fact, I was at a meeting this morning, and somebody came up to me that I didn't know. I have seen you on Arizona Barrio Stories, and that happens a lot. So again, any corporations out there that are looking for reliable printing services, complete printing services, come and talk to Cesar here on 27th Avenue and Baseline. Once again, Dr. Jose Leyba signing off. But don't forget, we are a part of this economy. We support our immigrant brothers and sisters, and we want to see social justice for them in the end. So stay tuned for our next exciting program, La Plática, Arizona Barrio Stories, and Latino USA TV. Thank you. Muchas gracias.